Hello. Oh, welcome back to the Spider's Web. And it's the Road 2. And this is, as you may be aware, the first Road 2 we've done, not just in a while, but in my new car. Well, new-ish car, as it is now. Turn this radio off. Oh yes, so this is the car that I got, when was it now? April, I think it was. End of March, beginning of April, something like that. It's an MG HS, and as you can possibly see, just over the shoulder here, it's in a nice pale blue colour. You can see by that little stripe there. So, I thought I'll finally get round to doing one. We are on the way to, we're on the road to Skraggers. We are going to be having a games night tonight, and with me, Skragger, Stephen and Anita, who you've seen on the channel before. So we're going to play a few board games and see how we go with that. A little bit breathless, I do apologise. Oh, I have had my spray, but for some reason, and as you can also see, the beard's doing well, and just to prove that it was me on the painting videos, you've got the tattoos there and the nail varnish. So yeah, we have, so just to prove it was me on those videos. Yeah, my beard could do with dyeing, but I'm going to let it grow out a bit more before I put more dye on, because I'm going red this time. So I'll take it down a bit more and then put some red on it, and that will hopefully blend into this and make it look a bit more purple rather than dark blue. See how we go. Oh, right, so as I say, we're on the way to Skraggers, which is in Leyland. So we've got about half an hour or so to go on this one, I think. And yeah, I'm going to try and get through as much as we can while we're driving. So the channel is not doing too badly at the moment. We have a couple of patrons, one very long serving, another one who has just well, not long since, about 2 or 3 months ago, at the lowest level. We did have one joined at the producer level. He lasted a month and then stopped, probably because my output is a little bit hit and miss at the moment, and I want to go into it explaining a little bit more about that. I think I already have done in one of my painting videos when I've been doing the Middle Eastern buildings for Andy at the Games Club. But since we said goodbye to Laddie, I've been hit with really bad depression. I've not had the motivation or the inclination, the drive, the ability sometimes, yeah, I just really haven't wanted to do a video at all. It's taken a hell of a lot when I have done videos to do those videos, and I've tried my best to get them done in the way that I usually do, good humour, that kind of thing. But as I said, I think I did touch on what was going on with me in one of the videos, but I'm going to take this time just to explain what's been going on with me. And it all came to a head on my birthday, I think. when I had a fallout, disagreement, argument, whatever you want to call it, with Karina. We were playing Azul, and you know, everything seemed to just go rapidly downhill. And it was all to do with the way I was feeling. I'm not going to explain what happened or anything. Let's just say that we had the fallout. We've not fallen out. We are still together. But Ollie took her home. Apologise for this, but the sun's in my eyes at the moment. Ollie took her home. She sent me a text later on saying not to worry, I've not lost her, and not to do anything stupid, and she'd contact me the following day. But the thing is, I was really upset after it happened. Ollie took me up to Ashers Beacon, which is near Purbold near Wigan, and we sat in the car park for a while, looking out over the hills, the trees, and she was doing everything she could to try and get me to calm down and relax and see things in a different perspective. But as we were talking, the rain came down and then the mist came in, and I basically told her that everything she said wasn't accurate to the way I was feeling. And when the mist came down, you couldn't say anything further. I said, that is how I feel. I feel as though I'm lost in a mist. I can't find the right path. I can hear people's voices swirling round me. I couldn't focus on which one to follow. I couldn't focus on a path. I felt alone and lost. That happened on my birthday, which was the 8th of July. The 9th of July, I asked Ellie if she fancied nipping into Wigan. 9th of July is a Sunday. Some shops are open on Sunday, so I asked her if she fancied going to Wigan, because I just wanted to get a new earring. And me and Ellie had an argument as we got into Wigan, resulting in me just getting out the car and storming off. Went for a walk round, came back, and when she saw me, she came over to me, and I just basically told her, you live your life, I'll live my life, and then we'll all be happy. Because I felt as though everything I say, everything I do is wrong, that I'm not worthy of anybody, I'm not good enough for anybody, or anything. I felt useless, and basically again, as we got to the car, I just walked past the car. As I was getting in the car, I just walked straight past the car. She started the car and drove up to where I'd walked up to. She said, come on, get in, where are you going? I said, I'm going home, and just carried on walking. So I basically walked home. It took me ages, and I was absolutely knackered by the time I got home. But we had to keep stopping every now and again. But the mood I was in tears when I got home. And that was the day I decided that I really needed something to stop me doing something stupid, because I was in that mood. I didn't know why I was still around. I didn't feel as though anybody would miss me. I didn't feel as though I had anything to live for, and I just didn't want to be here anymore. I've not felt like that since about 15 years. And again, that was around July. That was in July as well. I got a phone call, not a phone call, but I got a message via Facebook from Stephen, who we did the video about Andy's Man Club. And we'd contacted him and he'd contacted me first chance he got. And we had a talk. I told him what had happened, told him how I was feeling, and he told me I wasn't waiting until the Wigan group started up. I was going to lead the following night. He didn't ask me, he didn't invite me, he told me I was going. So I went. And I've been going every week since. Apart from last week, and I'll explain why in a bit. And I've got a few things off my chest there. I've done a lot of thinking. I've listened to what other people have been saying there. And okay, fair enough. They say there's people in worse positions than you are. That's true. But the positions affect them, they don't affect anybody else to an extent. The way you feel affects you. You can't put yourself into anybody else's position and feel the same way as they do. And when you've got depression, when you've got anxiety, then it does take a lot out of you. And it's a long road. I know it's a long road, but I'm working on it. Each day I wake up is another day I have to face. But it's another day I have to face. If you get me drift. I've got a support network now which I didn't feel as though I had before. I had people around me, but it's a common story. You've got people around you, but you don't feel as though you can turn to them. You don't feel as though they want to listen. They don't feel as though they take you seriously. They feel as though, or you feel as though you start saying how you're feeling. They try to say, well, I felt like that at some point, and blah blah blah. I did this, and you know, you kind of like they try and diminish the way you're feeling, and that's the way I was going through. I have been accused of wallowing in self-pity, which is something I'm not doing. Well, I don't feel as though that's what it is. I feel as though there's things that I want to achieve and can't, or there's things I want to do and I can't. Lack of skill, lack of knowledge, lack of, what's the word I'm looking for? Motivation. You know, it's all those things that, okay, some things, yeah, it's a valid excuse. Other things, it's just an excuse. And lack of motivation. When you're feeling down, you won't have the motivation, so you can't do it. Lack of skill. Yeah, that's another valid excuse. If you don't have the skill to do something, you can't do it. If you don't have the opportunities to be able to do it, you can't do it. But I don't know, I'm talking in circles. Let's just say that I'm trying to think of the best way to term this. Things I want to do, I can't do them, so I have to put them aside and ignore them, and it's difficult. I'm not going into details of what those things are, because it's not important. It's important to me, but not important to anybody else. It's certainly not important to this video. I hate feeling this way, because when I feel this way, I say and do stupid things and upset people, and it's what I don't want to do. So rather than cut myself off, I'm forcing myself to be around people. And last week it helped. Last week I spent the week, if you've been following, if you're friends with me on Facebook or whatever, and if you saw the really crappy very short live that I put up, spent the week in Cornwall. We based in St Austell. I went with Ali, my brother, and my sister-in-law, and we stayed in one of those static caravans on a campsite. So we just in St Austell, and we just went around to different places, and I had time for self-reflection, meditation kind of thing. Just basically trying to talk myself out of the mood I'm in. It's not worked fully. Well, it's not worked as much as I'd hoped it would. I'm still feeling low. I'm still feeling as though I'm still feeling useless. I'm still feeling good for nobody. But I'm going to. I did get to talk to myself and try and be a bit more positive about certain things, and get myself into a mindset that when I come back, I could try and be a better person. Not necessarily cheerful, not necessarily back to normal, but just try and be better. And I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'm going to try my best. And we're just on the M6 now, going up to Leyland, where Skraggers lives. So I'm hoping you can still hear me. I'm going to talk a little bit louder while we're on the motorway, just in case. So there we are. That's what's been happening with me over the past few months. Before that, I've just not been able to do things, health reasons, as well as the fact that we're trying to sort out the flat, and the craft room I have my airbrush in and everything. I literally couldn't get in because we were basically decorating and trying to get sorted for Karina coming over. But we've got to the stage now where, as you know, I can get I can get into the craft room. I have been doing some more painting. I have been getting videos up and running. I didn't get any done last week because the internet connections down there was bloody awful. I was hoping to do like an end of day vlog kind of thing to talk about where we'd been and that, and post it up or do lives here and there, but I just couldn't connect to the internet properly. Even trying to get on Facebook was difficult at the caravan. So basically what I was doing when I've been taking photographs and got back in the car, I'd uploaded photographs to Facebook while we were driving back to the caravan or driving on to the next place. And then however long that took is how long that took. The week was lovely, the weather was gorgeous, the sun was cracking the flags, it was hot, and as I said, really enjoyed it. It got to Thursday, then I realised that Friday was the last full day, and then was heading back, or leaving Cornwall on the Saturday. Me and Ollie were staying over in Glastonbury on Saturday night and coming back on Sunday, but the dread started setting in. When I realised what day it was on Thursday, I was dreading coming back. All the emotional pain that I've been feeling, I didn't want to come back and it still be there. It is, but I'm trying my best to cope with it. I'm trying my best not to let it get to me and block it out. Sometimes it does get to me, but a lot of the time it's more me getting in my own head and talking myself into this, that and the other, and getting myself all worked up over something that may or may not be happening. And it's a horrible place to be. When you get inside your own head and your own head is trying to tell, screwing you up, you've no escape, because your head is always, your mind is always with you. And if your mind is the one that's trying to screw you up, then there is no escape. If you're on your own, if you've nothing to do, if you're trying to when you get in bed at night and you want to go to sleep, your mind kicks into gear and starts going through all sorts of stuff, and you're awake, constantly tired, which makes you feel even worse. But I'm fighting, I am fighting. So, that being said, I have videos to make. I am going to focus now on getting videos done. I've had a busy week since we got back. Yesterday I was just exhausted, couldn't do anything whatsoever. I actually went back to bed at one point and slept, and then when I got to bed last night I slept, and I slept right through. But today I woke up, I'm tired. I can't say I'm not tired. I'm tired. I was planning on doing a video this afternoon and I just couldn't. So, depending on what's happening tomorrow and Sunday, videos will be starting. I have a video to do of my airbrush setup for Andy from Mad Lad Designs. I'm doing that. I've got some more dinosaurs to paint, I think. I've got some World War II models to paint. I've got the Nova 8ers minis to paint before the new Nova 8ers games comes. I have found out recently that the Mythic Battles Ragnarok Kickstarter campaign will be being shipped out in a few weeks. Not shipped out, we'll be going on the ships, coming over here over the next few weeks. So hopefully October, possibly November, we have a big unboxing setup to do, big unboxing video to do. And I want to get going with the channel. I want to get videos going up, not necessarily every day, possibly every other day, whatever, but I want to get videos done. I've got lots and lots to do. I just haven't got I just didn't have the motivation inclination to do it because of the way I was feeling, because of real life getting in the way, you're not being able to get into the craft room to get things done. But that is going to change. I want to get more gameplay videos done. I want to get the uncut waffle videos going again. And hopefully we can get this channel back up and running properly again, rather than just getting a bunch of videos done, putting them up and then not having anything for a couple of weeks or even a month. And yeah, this will give me a chance to come out of my shell. It will distract me from what my mind's telling me, and hopefully it will be good therapy for me, as well as good content for you. And hopefully I can get sorted. I can sort myself out and get back to how I should be, rather than the way I am. Time will tell. I'm not saying it definitely will. I'm not saying it's going to be like a magic wand and I'll be okay in a few weeks once I get started. But I am determined I'm going to try and beat the way I'm feeling. I've got 2 grandchildren I want to watch grow up, and I can't do it if I'm like this and thinking the dark thoughts that I have been having. Admittedly, I'm not having those dark thoughts as strongly. I have the moments every now and again, but they're not as strong as they were. But we'll get there. And I'm sorry if this video sounds as though it's me whinging. It's not meant to be that. I just using this to clear the air, to explain what's going on, and hopefully you'll understand and you'll be patient with me, like you've been patient with me for a long time, because I haven't been putting up as regularly as I should be. But I can promise to try and improve that. And that's all I can do. I can't promise to definitely do it because life gets in the way sometimes, but I will promise to try and get better at getting these videos up, and I promise to try and get myself better. But that's it for this video. We've arrived at Skraggers. All I need to do now is get out the car, walk over to the door and go in, get a brew and take the mick for a bit, because I've not seen him for a couple of weeks. He's been in Ireland. Yeah, go and make a fuss of a couple of Jack Russells and play some games. So as I say, that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you understand where I'm coming from, and I hope you'll be patient with me. But until next time, as always, stay safe and take care. God bless, and bye for now.